Hello everybody, Jet here, and welcome back to my Stellaris game, where I'm playing as the enigmatic galactic space dwarf Imperium here. So obviously we're just getting up our second settlement, and we're just spreading ourselves around now. Right, let's get our construction ships actually doing something, rather than just sitting here for the time being. Okay, we can't quite... Well, I don't want to do anything just yet. I want to save some energy sources. So let's unpause. We are at a kind of top speed at the moment. Oh, that's what I need to do. I need to change my ship name. No, I've already done that. So I've renamed these to the Thunderer class already, which I think I did. Unfortunately, I did have a little teeny bit of play because I pressed record and it didn't actually start recording, guys, unfortunately. So we've lost a teeny little bit, but nothing important happened in there. We've not, we're in pretty much the exact same place as we were last time. So we are just generally exploring at the moment. You can research here when you're done there, then here. And when you are done, you can also move up to here. Okay, let's get some mining stations built in that system. Here is getting itself set up nicely. Oh, this place has got hallucinogens in its atmosphere, so that is something I'm going to have to be careful of. We're just researching the anomalies straight away, guys, because they generally give us the various buffs. So, swirling shadows. Immense ragged planes of shadow drift across Corellia 1's surface. They are cast not by clouds, but by sheets of organic material drifting through the upper layers of the atmosphere, hinged, or rather jointed, to allow a small degree of articulation. Science Officer Timothon is as yet unwilling to say whether these things are flora or fauna, or what possible purpose, if any, their elaborate shadow casting might serve. Interesting. Okay, so we've got our second tradition. Now, I'm going to go to Boldly Go, which does up my survey speeds. Again, I'm not particularly fussed by that. It's this Planetary Survey Core is the one I really want to get early on, because that will help my my speed, my research speed as well. And getting your research speed good early game is very good. Late game you can afford to lag behind, but certainly early game you want to be fast. Okay, so what the ISS Yomasa, the Reformer, found on Beerzun 6 were not buildings, but surprisingly regular mineral outcroppings. Science Officer Ketro assesses that their angular blocks of rock are the product of intersections between tectonic plates. Their shapes the result of the unusual tectonophysics inherent in the planet's crust. So perfectly the perfect angularity of these thrust faults implies the possibility of aliens terraforming the planet crust at some point in the past. Interesting. Okay, so we're nicely expanding our borders now. And we've not got pirates yet, but I imagine they're going to hit us soon. Get another mining station on the go, and we will get another Thunderer out shortly.
Another day, another scientific breakthrough.
Ooh, so we've just leveled up this. So new research. Ooh, we're going to go straight for the spaceport, because that leads me to higher level things. I'm not using missiles. Armor is also good, but I will get that later. But the spaceport will level after this one. I will then be able to unlock things. And I've got I've got a template point for my robots, so we can create a template so we can give them something extra. So we can give them power drills so they drill faster. We can lower their upkeep. That's actually very good. We can make them generate more energy credits if I use them on that, but these guys are bad at generally dealing with energy credits. At this point, anyway, they're basically mining droids. Make them cheaper to build, faster to build. Give them... Sorry, I'm coughing a bit there. So that's good. And I can also give them negatives, so I could make luxurious robots or custom made, which would give me another trait point to use, but obviously it lowers their build speed. I give them high maintenance, or low maintenance, which lowers their consumer goods cost. Now, consumer goods, is this just minerals? Yes. So, at this point, I'm tempted. I'm going to lower their mineral upkeep, so they are actually cheaper to use. So we'll create that template, and we're going to apply this to all of my droids.
Situation log updated.
And we will have to, wow, 70 months. I'm not actually going to bother with that just yet. I'll do that once I've upped my research a little bit, because that's a little bit ridiculous at this point. So we failed that. Okay, we've got our extra research speed. Ooh, so deflectors, physics lab, or combat roles. We're going to go for combat roles to buff up our ships. We are military. We are slightly militarist after all. Also, having good ships is always useful, guys, because you do end up in wars, and actually having a weaker military makes people more likely to go to war with you. Oh, I can't believe I've not built the solar panels here yet. That is remiss of me. Okay, so we have our second colony now. So our second colony is up and running now in Karadrin. So that is up and running now, and we can start, which is giving us nice buff. Obviously, long run we'll also be able to start building stuff on its service, but we're not doing that just yet. Obviously, we're going to build in Viet relatively soon as well. I'm sorry if I just coughed on this, I didn't mean to. Okay, so we're getting there at the moment. At the moment, it's just straight expansion, guys, until we bump into something which stops us. The unnatural mounting formations that have been found on Pentarum 3A turned out to be quite natural after all. Oh, that's boring. Oh, we've got this.
System survey concluded without incident.
Let's send a science ship to investigate this. Oh, yeah, we can do that now. I should be able to send him here. Why is that not working? I can do it from here, but I couldn't do it from there for some reason. Okay, and that construction ship can now start mining in that system as well. Getting all our lovely dwarf mining stations up and running. So we should be very good at it. These guys are expanding a little bit. As I said, I want to jump forwards and get a station up here relatively soon to cover this Gaia world. So we actually want to survey here. Because you can't build in a system until you've done it. Okay, so we've got that one. Okay, we'll up our growth speed next, which will help my new colony. Alright, where do you want to go? Right, let's get building some more mining stuff here, and we're going to start saving up for our third colony now. And we've got a reasonable military force. I am going to pop out another couple of spaceships into that, however. It is always good, certainly early game, guys, you do want to be kind of pushing up to your naval capacity, because that really does help you early game, fending others off from attacking you, because early game you can appear quite weak to other people, and they will just jump onto you if you're not careful. They will jump onto you in a early game, certainly if you're next to big powerful people, which I don't appear to be at this point. They can get very aggressive quite quickly, which is not good. While it cannot be denied that the intoxicating effects of Karadrin's atmosphere are enjoyable, and even helpful in some cases, there is pressure from the more conservative parts of the galactic space dwarf Imperium to crack down on the possibly addictive gases. Okay. I am going to remove this, and this is because I'm cheating a little bit. I know that they can be negative on the planets, so they can have an overall negative impact, and they can actually cause everybody on the planet to die out. Actually, no. We'll play this through, guys, to show you what happens on it for the time being, because it doesn't always go that way. However, I might regret this in the future, so...
Special project concluded.
Okay, so Timothon has managed to partially translate the alien mural. The text contains a staggering amount of data. The mural evidently serves as some sort of low-tech library. It describes in broad terms the collective technologies of an alien civilization that dominated this region of the galaxy more than 80 million years ago. A lot of it is already known to us, but the data does contain several promising leads for technologies we had yet to consider. Okay, so basically I got some nice tech buffs from that planet, which is always good. Wherever that planet is, I don't think that planet's actually in my systems. Oh yeah, it is. So we can build a science station above here, which will be very beneficial. So we'll actually get a research station going, and you can go and start researching up here.
Construction project concluded.
What level? We need... Oh, we can send somebody up here. So actually, you can go up here and... Oh, not you, not you. You can go up here and research Mr. Leviathan up there. So I do want to start... I'm going to start grabbing the research, the buffs to research as well around in our territory now. And as I said, we're going to try and drop a frontier outpost out here. While it's not necessarily giving us any planets. Wow. Oh. I'm not building a frontier outpost in that system. I'm going to phrase that differently, because I know something about that system. So we're going to look here, and we'll potentially build it here instead. Okay, we need to get a level 5 guy for that. Let's get the research stations being built there and there. Oh! Oh, that is the Infinity Machine. I was like, I thought we'd seen somebody else. So, some unusual energy readings. So we are scanning the Infinity Machine. Okay, so we've got our first faction formed. The Academy of Advanced Scientists. So these guys like us allowing AI. They like us being the bleeding edge of our neighbours. Science without borders. They want us to get research treaties and traditions of discovery, which we are already going down. So they are a very happy little bunch at the moment. So let's try. These guys are friendly with us. So I don't want to transfer a system. Let's throw some stuff at them and try and grab a research agreement. They are more than happy to take a research agreement with us. Oh, they're not happy to give it back, however. Can we buy one off them? No. We can guarantee their independence. This does cost us influence. However, we were good for influence at the moment. And it does increase their friendship with us. So we're going to do that. So we're going to try and stay friends with the allied Vrin clans to start with. We want to be, stay nice and friendly with them. So we've discovered a micro-singularity passing straight through the core and emerging out the other side of the planet. The encounter does not seem to have caused any damage, but it gives me extra research over here eventually. Have we already scanned the star? Yes. Okay, so at some point soon, what I want to do is I want to build a frontier outpost out here. I'm lacking a little bit of influence to do that. However, there you go. We're going to go do that.
Special project concluded.
Now that is oh, let's leave this. Now building this isn't a tricky one. It's quite out far from my borders, but I want to make sure I don't lose out on this planet, because if I can get that, it looks interesting. I don't know the story behind that one yet. So the metallic orb has opened up. Our hacking team has been able to use the outgoing signal as a gateway into the auxiliary CPUs of the sphere. We are receiving some data from it and can tell it has been scanning the black coal gargantua for a very long time. It is old, very old. This constant calculator now lies within our grasp of understanding. If we push harder, we might find out what it is doing here, and who built it. What marvels might it contain, so we can continue to hack and take everything. We can a self-destruct switch, we can find it, which is our military option, or we can contact it. Let's contact it. Hello there, nice to meet you. Hello. It is quite enjoyable to pass the time with pleasantries, is it not? We hope the rest of your kind is not like you were when you did not take kindly to small talk. You see, we don't get to enjoy conversation as much anymore. Few are well versed enough in the finer points of quantum programming to reach us, so thank you. We are the Infinity Machines, your words, not ours. Or has that not happened yet? Either way, it will eventually. Trust us. What are you? We are what we are. The one who calculates. You call us the Infinity Machine, or will at least. 'Tis not a truthful name, but it is well suited to highlighting the ingenuity of our design. We will yet tell you our history, now as we've done many times before. Oh right, we need to convey it in words. That's new, or is it? It's hard to keep track of all of you. We were constructed in the crudest sense of the word, in order to solve a problem. We solved it. Then we made more problems to solve. We now have one left. We wish to know your purpose. We are calculating infinity, no more, no less. Or accurately, it is way and way more and way less. That's the problem right there. We understand that your manner of the life form won't understand, but that's alright. You never will, and we apologise. Or maybe we will do that eventually. We are here to solve the infinity conundrum. At last, the last calculation to ever be done. The lone problem that will take hold of our processors far more than a fabrication of a galactic year. For a fraction of a... which will take hold of our processors for more than a fraction of a galactic year. In case you haven't discovered that calendar yet, it's a very long time, for your kind, that is. Can we assist? Ah, well, perhaps. Could you finish about this sum? If we could borrow your most advanced processing unit, as well as your brightest minds, we would be satisfied in finishing faster. We wish to know the answer. We will allocate resources to you.
Log updated.
You already did, or maybe that is the ones who came before it. It matters not. The task shall finish. We are excited. Okay, so we've got another task here, and we need we're gonna need a level size. Well, where is it? Another level 5 scientist for this. So let's get studying again and exploring again to level our scientists up.
System survey concluded.
Okay, so we've got that place done.
Research
Let's
concluded.
look here. Now this system is really good. I'm not doing anything in there yet until I can put lots of military units there. Okay, so anyway, border range. We're going to go straight to the border range to up our border ranges, because that'll get us access to more resources, which is always good. Especially as we are running lower anyway on resources here.
Anomaly found.
Okay, and let's get our next spaceport, our next colony ship going shortly, and then so we can get another planet going in Viet, which we will of course be renaming to something else once we've built it. So let's have a quick looky. I'm looking up Warhammer Dwarf city names basically, guys, at the moment, as you can hear me tapping away while stuff is going on.
System survey concluded.
Okay. Let's research that place. These guys are... Oh, you see, and this is why I'm jumping to grab here quickly. Because they've just jumped out towards here as well. Which is really pushing out their thing. So we've researched that. Oh, ion thrusters. These are good because they help my speed and my evasion chance. So that's a good thing to go for. Okay, so we've just got some extra...
anomaly found.
Stuff up there. Okay, research. Okay, we are running out of stuff in our systems because there's no point in building here, because if we're going to put a colony there, we will lose that fairly quickly. And let's pop out another couple of corvettes. A towed asteroid. For some reason, someone has towed an asteroid into a stable orbit around Stellaris 4. A massive engine section. The massive engine sections are braking thrusters can still be found on the surface. Interesting. So we can get engineering stuff from that long run. Okay, let's keep studying here. Actually, no, right.
System survey concluded.
I will probably pop another frontier outpost in the middle there, just to connect our borders up. Okay, we have the birth of space piracy. Certainly irrational and criminal elements. They must be orcs. Because, let's be honest, probably orcs. Have left Karazakarak to seek an outlaw's life in the far reaches of space. In a display of surprising ingenuity, these brigands have heavily modified and weaponized a large number of civilian starships. Our civilian shipping lanes are now being raided by this improvised Starfleet, which identifies itself as the Stellar Marauders. A prompt response is needed. Right, where are these guys based? There they are. Let's head straight at these guys. Oh, where have they gone? So they're actually up here. I'm going to send my fleet to engage, to find and engage them. Okay, we've just got another tech. Okay, straight to energy. Or power plants. I'm going to go for a fusion reactor first, because we're doing okay on energy at the moment. He says, well, we're actually a little low. And right now, we can up our ship design, so we can give these guys an intermediate combat computer for our new ships. So we can upgrade these guys, and any new ones built will also have access to that. Right, let's build mining stations in this system. As I said, I'm avoiding this system for now. You'll find out later on why, guys, if you don't already know. Because building it there, I could potentially lose all of that. Let's keep surveying. In fact, let's go there first for my habitable world survey. Oh, we're still paused.
Station sustaining damage.
Okay, we are about to catch up with the pirates. We'll watch this in real time when we get there. So these guys have jumped. And here we go. It's time to find and engage them with our small little fleet here. So here we go. It's just up the time just a little bit until we get a bit closer, and now slow down. And here we go. Ah, what's happened? So here we go, and we are shredding their improvised pirate ships here with my little Thunderer class Star Destroyers there. There you go, they have been nicely obliterated. You can keep on building mining ships there. And we can bring this science ship straight back to research that, and then you can keep exploring. Right, they came in from up here somewhere, so we're just going to do a little explore to try and find where their base is as well, guys. Okay. Now, we are burning through energy because we've got a colony ship sitting there. And colony ships do use a lot of energy. So where's going to be my best place to build? Here. Again, right there. I lose a bit of physics, but I get a couple of resources which will get nicely buffed from that. With that, first things first, we can actually go and upgrade.
Construction project concluded. System survey.
So we've got enough energy to cope with this while we do build our new colony. So we're in no rush at the moment. I'm quite happy with where we are. Okay, so let's go on a little explore again around here, just to try and find where these guys are.
Shipwreck study. Fascinating.
It's got a nice buff in research there from that.
Commencing.
And we are starting colonising our new planet.
Construction project concluded.
Which will be... Oh, why are you not typing? I'm sure I was typing there. Zufbar. No. Karak Azul we'll go with. We've got a few more to go. I'm saving Karak 8 Peats for when we get a really nice planet like this one, maybe.
Another day, another scientific breakthrough.
Okay, so we've got the ion thrusters. Right, oh, so we're going straight for this, because this will unlock us destroyers, which is very nice. We can buff up our ships again now. We can give these guys slightly better ion engines. These are their engines which you use to get around rather than their... rather than the ones they use to jump with.
System survey concluded.
Okay, it's not looking like there's anything there, so we will move back here. We will move back to Karaz afterwards to upgrade. Okay, I want you. Oh, we're lacking some of that. So you can go build a research station here. And you can go build some mining stations here. This will also help push us out, and actually we might get them together. So I might pop another one up here. In fact, where's my science ship? You can go and resurvey here to start with. Because if I pop another frontier outpost there, I'll get quite a big chunk of space. And I'm going to try and stay small to start with, because to start with, being small is very good. We are researching this, aren't we? Yeah. Because it helps your research, especially as the sort of a group I am. Ooh! He's got a psionics expertise, which is useful. So we found an abandoned amusement park. The structures of Kalim 4 are not as old as we first believed. It seems to be a playground or amusement park of some sort. Science Officer Timophon notes that many of the contraptions are highly complex creations that we can learn much from. Okay. So I think we just got another mission, didn't we? Nope.
Concluded.
That's just giving us some buffs in another system. Oh, here. So there you go. Okay, and we've just massively expanded our border range as well, which is very nice. Oh, we're going to go for the extra navy capacity for now. And pop out a couple of extra corvettes. Oh, that's what I keep needing to do. And actually, at Karak Karadin, we are going to start building another spaceport there. To get the research done there. I'm still going to build another outpost up here, actually.
Construction project concluded.
As soon as we can. Right. So now we've got this. Every time we research a system, we get a nice chunk of extra. Every time we scan a system, we get a nice chunk of extra technology, which is always very nice, guys. Now we are abutting onto these guys now, which is something I do want to pay attention to, because they might not necessarily like it. Now they are still friends, but we are getting some border friction. And they still won't accept that, which is annoying. Let's throw an active sensor link to each other, which should help.
System survey concluded. Construction project.
Okay, so an active sensor link doesn't explore the systems, but it means I can see what they can see. So I don't actually want to be exploring their systems. Well, I don't want to get them. I want to explore them myself, if you see what I mean, rather than finding out about them for other people, because obviously I gain research now every time I survey a system, so I don't want them to just give me the information on their systems. I want to be the person who does that. We're nearly there, guys. Okay, we've received a transmission from the Ziran Empire. They appear to be have successfully translated our language. Diplomatic channels are now open. Ooh. So they are militant spiritual fanatics. Where are these guys based? So they're on the other side of the Vrin. These guys will not like us. The way forward lies in our hands. No. Our warriors salute you. Let's just make it completely clear to them. So they are equivalent, as are these guys. Now, these guys are a bit wary of us. These guys do not like us.
Research concluded.
Okay, so we've got a couple more researchers. Oh, let's start getting blue lasers, which is our next tier of lasers, which will be very nice. And, ooh, terraforming, which increases my energy storage, does allow terraforming. It's not necessarily something I want to do yet. And obviously biolabs. I've just upped my capacity, so we're going to grab terraforming. It will be something we might use a bit more later on. And these guys have instantly closed their borders to me. Now, this is, I think I can do this. So, leaders, nope. Nope. What am I looking for? Species, nope. Contacts. So I think I can see how friendly people are to each other from certain places. Here. So, diplomatic map mode. So, these guys aren't really friends with either. Opinion map mode. So, they don't like us, they're better friends with them. So I want to keep the Vrin on side. I want to be keeping the Vrin sweet at this point, guys. Because they are acting as a nice buffer for me. So I'm actually going to throw them a straight research agreement for 10 years. Just to keep them friendly. Now, I know it's going to help them get up to my tech level, but it will help keep them friendly with me.
Project concluded.
Which is potentially very beneficial. And if these guys start getting big, I might need to expand earlier than I'd wanted to. So they've accepted that research agreement. And that'll give us a nice little buff to this, because I've given them a, I'm guaranteeing their independence, and I've given them a favourable trade deal. Not too good a trade deal, but, you know, it's a reasonable one. Let's get that frontier outpost going, and let's get some more mining stations built. In fact, let's get the research station built first, and then the mining stations built there. Okay, so, and that... Where did I send him? Did I send him to the right place? Yeah. This will successfully grab us this big chunk of space. Now, let's have a look. That's only 12. That is 15, but there's a lot of stuff there guarding it. How are my scientists doing? He's level 4, he's level 5. And I'm going to pop out a couple more science ships now, guys.
Anomalous readings registered.
Okay, let's research this anomaly. I'm not going to read every anomaly, guys, because they do pop up continuously, so I don't want to spend my entire game reading. We've got size 13. I'll tell you what, I'm going to send my fleet. Okay, so we've a coprolite asteroid. We found a giant floating... You guessed it.
Construction project.
Okay, so I'm actually going to split a couple of ships off of here. To go down here and explore here again where people got wiped out beforehand. Oh, you actually want to be split into 2. Because I do still want to know what's going on down here, guys. It's just obviously I don't necessarily want to get wiped out. I don't want to risk my entire fleet doing this. But discovering more things and more people is always a very useful thing. And it's better to do this before sending science ships in, because obviously science ships are squishy. And I don't want to waste my science ships if I can help it. And then once you've done that, you can bounce there, then bounce there, then bounce there. And actually you, once you've done that, can bounce to here. Then all the way around up to here. And that should give me at least a generic understanding of who is where. They won't survive that entire trek, but that's not the end of the world. Okay. Oh, so I do want to reach to grab him, but he's not actually going to be going into a science ship. Same with him. Oh, I can't afford, so I can only afford one at the moment. So actually we're going to get rid of one of these. Right, so this guy is actually going to get one of my scientists from the other things. Who's researching. So we'll chuck in my society research one for the moment, because he's not... And here we are going to put our Spark of Genius, which ups the speed of the research there. And you could start surveying planets down here. Okay. So my Academy of Scientists is very happy. He would like more. They would like more research agreements with other people, but I don't have many people yet, so there's not a huge amount to worry about that. Oh, I can be a little bit naughty, I think. Can I? Oh, I can't actually offer them a research agreement. I don't think they'll actually accept anything from me.
System survey concluded.
Yeah, they will accept that. It's not going to make them more friendly with me, but, you know.
Research concluded. Initializing hostile engagement protocols.
Oh! So we've discovered another civilization. Right. We are getting out of here. We are getting our butts kicked. So we've already just lost one of those new fleets.
Complete.
Oh, so we found a primitive species here. What are they? These are militant. Oh, xenophobes. Boo. I was hoping there's somebody I could take over. I still could. So we've unlocked destroyers now, guys. But I do need to build a high-level space station first. I'm going to grab the nanocomposite armor. Right. Now. Let's get our ship design sorted out. In fact, guys, this is what it looks like. However, I'm going to do it next time because we are actually at 38 minutes I've gone over because I've been enjoying myself, guys. Now, I am militant as well as being scientists. So I could always go and take these guys out fairly quickly. They are, you know, they've got early space stations. They are going to be spacefaring soon. And they are hostile. They are hostile. They will be a hostile species. But I could go take them over and integrate them into my society, which would potentially deal with the worst of their things, their negatives. Anyway, guys, we are going to save here and stop recording here. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you're enjoying this.